Economic Growth and Development by Holly Smith and Cameron Alexander. What is economic growth? Economic growth is the increase in the market value of goods and services from one period to the next, which is measured by the gross domestic product or GDP. Due to inflation, economists prefer to compare the real percentage change of annual GDP and the real percentage change of GDP per capita. Here are some of the things that can change economic growth. Supply and demand is the number one cause of change and the growth of an economy. Economic development, on the other hand, is anything that betters the lives of people who live in a country. This can be anything from infrastructure to the purity of the water that the people drink. Some of the indicators of economic development are literacy, education, homelessness, unemployment rates, health care, and life expectancy. The government ultimately has control on the amount of development a country experiences. In the United States, for instance, Barack Obama controls how much GDP is used to cover debt in China or how much is consumed by people here in the country. Economic growth is the catalyst for economic development. However, economic growth does not necessarily constitute economic development. Here is a little bit about the economic development and economic growth experienced in Canada over the last decade or two. Here is a little bit of information about Indonesia, one of the world's fastest growing economies. Here you can see a graph of Indonesia's GDP growth from 1980 to 2016. Of course, the years 2015 and 2016 are estimates. As you can see, Canada is an established economy but does not have much room for economic development. Indonesia, however, is an up-and-coming country that in the next decade or two will be one of the world's economic powers and has a lot of room for development.